ToonGrin.com.
Hello, welcome to Watchin' Stuff, a show about watching stuff. I'm Whyboy, and unfortunately today, this will be a solo Watchin' Stuff, as NERO has come down with a bit of a flu from his niece. So we'll be moving forward just with the Whyboy at the helm. Oh god, no. But actually, today is a very exciting day for me, as for the second time, ToonGrin has been asked to cover a short film done by an up-and-coming animator named Stephen Hutchins. Like, the first time that ToonGrin ever covered anything was The Buccaneer, which was sort of a swashbuckling adventures in books and such, sort of taking the Page Master route and almost making it sort of like a TV series pilot sort of angle. And that was a really good one. And now we have Shmelf and Blorvin, which is almost at the complete other spectrum of what that short film was accomplishing. Like, this isn't a narrative-based sort of thing. If I were to compare it to anything, Shmelf and Blorvin, today's short film, is almost like an ASMR video after you took acid. Yeah, it's one of those sort of like mind-screwy sort of things. Like, it's not like pleasant sounds like jingle bells and such because, you know, Christmas and all that sort of stuff. It's something that really just scratches at your brain, makes you feel all sorts of weird tingles right up there. And it just goes along with the more surrealist visuals that go along with it. But let me tell you the story of Shmelf and Blorvin. Two guys are looking for snails. That's it. Yeah, like I said, not narrative driven, it's just that basic setup and just the weird surrealist visuals that go along with it to make you just think, what is going on? And in that sort of same vein, when me and NERO first watched it, he made sort of a comparison to a lot of the older Adult Swim sort of cartoons that are more about shock value and such. To like really just sort of bring in that entertainment value. And there is sort of a place for that sort of cartoon and such. Like, I'm the sort of person that liked Mr. Pickles, which a lot of people have panned for being, like, just dumb, exploitive comedy and such. Just putting blood, guts, and gore everywhere, and basically pushing that until it's completely stupid and moronic. But Mr. Pickles, to me, pushed it so hard that it could actually be funny. And Shmelf and Blorvin works for me because it wasn't really trying to be anything other than just surrealist and weirdness. And just full frontal at ya. Like, it's not really something that I would recommend to a lot of different people. Like, it's a short film that's more about conveying a sort of feeling and emotion. And it clearly did that. It made me feel off-put, weird, and the visuals, which I would say need an epileptic sort of warning at the beginning of it for one little scene in particular. It does everything it can to basically make you feel off. And that's really just Hutchins' style in a lot of his short films. Like, just for the purpose of this podcast, like me and NERO were trying to watch a few other short films. The last two that we watched, The Last Customer, and let me just double check. Purgatory. Both of them have much more experimental routes with them, doing a lot more different things than Shmelf and Blorvin did. Where Shmelf and Blorvin is just sort of like basically the core of what makes Stephen's work like weird, surrealist, and basically scratching at your mind. Purgatory is a lot more experimental with how his animation moves, basically juts about and such, and also working a little bit with his more garblized voice work were there, basically giving everyone sort of a kid voice, and in The Last Customer, working with a more narrative-based weirdness to everything. And in comparison to all three of them, Purgatory is definitely up there when it comes to experimentation, as it used various different art styles and such, even, I believe, puppet work and such near the end of it. So basically it's more memorable to me in terms of animation than Shmelf and Blorvin. But in terms of actual execution, Shmelf and Blorvin is far superior than what The Last Customer had. Because, paradoxically, by adding a narrative to its weirdness, it sort of took away from what the weirdness was. Because the weirdness has no point to it in these three shorts. Like, not at all. All you get from Shmelf and Blorvin is that they find a bunch of snails. From Purgatory, this girl who's trying to eat a salad eats a hamburger at the end, and that's it. And The Last Customer, I don't really know what the point of it was. Even though there's sort of a beginning, middle, and end to it, there's not really a point to it. There is a quasi-punchline, but there's not really a whole lot to go off of. But like, really, it's hard to really talk about it in a sense, because these are the short films you're not supposed to put almost a lot of thought into when it comes to, like, breaking them down. But once you do break them down, you do see the complexities that go into each one, and the thought process that goes towards development, adding more narrative, adding more visual variety, and Shmelf and Blorvin adding a more core idea and just core location and such. All three routes of going about the weirdness have its own conclusions, and you just have to figure out what your taste in weirdness is and whether you really like it. But with all that said, Shmelf and Blorvin, I would say it's a good watch overall. I can't really give it a must-see because this really isn't something that's for everyone. I really did enjoy watching Shmelf and Blorvin, though. Like a lot more than NERO did. Because it really just... I keep on repeating this, but I find that it's so interesting how it does it. It really just hits you with that ASMR weirdness in your mind, throwing you off balance, making you just question what you're watching in it. Like, it's the most out there thing possible? Like, no. I would say out of all the animated things that I've seen so far, Where Did It Dead Go to Die had the most weird visuals and such. But Where the Dead Go to Die became boring and such by basically pounding you with all those weird visuals until it became monotonous. Shmelf and Blorvin hits you once, disappears, and just leaves you with that feeling. And I feel that's the best way that you can experience this sort of work. And I'll say, if anything Shmelf and Blorvin I just talked about in this episode interested you at all, I'll be placing a link at the end card in the description below to send you guys towards that short film, so that you can give Stephen Hutchins your love. But that will be it for watching stuff this week. Sorry for the short episode. It's just with a short film like this, there's not a lot of whole content that you can pull out of it. But if you want to continue supporting ToonGrin, please consider subscribing to ToonGrin below. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you can be sure to see every single review and video that we post. And if you want to push ToonGrin to be even bigger and better, please consider supporting our Patreon and going to our website toongrin.com below. But with that said, I got a lot more Christmas stuff to do. Like, me and NERO are planning a big live stream in a few weeks now. But I'll save more info on that for the future. Until then, be sure to tune in to ToonGrin. Peace out.